Hi guys, I'm Sam.
And I'm Nikki.
And we are Just Two Lassies.
Think.
Right, so last week we spoke about accountability and I just want to check in with Nikki and see where she's at with that.
Well, obviously it was quite a kind of heavier subject, if you will. Not like Mocha Minge.
Very relatable though.
Very relatable. However, since then, obviously, when you're getting held accountable or whatever, you want to get a little bit prideful and defend yourself, and sometimes you just need to humble yourself down. So, in the last week, I've humbled myself, and then I do this thing where I wake up and today's a new day.
Yeah.
And that's what I say. Today's a new day. It's got new opportunities. It wipes the slate clean, and I'm like, okay, good to go. So I basically implemented going to the gym. Yay! Doing a little bit more self-care, looking after myself a wee bit more. My legs are in absolute agony. my sister.
I think she times this on purpose now on a Tuesday.
She does.
Can I just say though?
Yes.
I'm so fucking proud of you. She went to the gym on her own, guys. Herself.
I did it by myself, and honestly, I think it's because I'm in the follicular phase, like it's given follicular. So I'm feeling a wee bit more confident, but I thought if I go there and do it then, and went on the machines that I go on and do that little set routine, like every Sunday I'm going to do legs. So if I do that, then it just means that when it comes to the point where I don't feel like going, I don't feel motivated to go, that when I do go, I've got the set routine that I go on.
Yeah.
So at least I'll feel like a little bit better. If the gym anxiety's kicking in, I can just be like, it's okay, I'm going to do 10 minutes on the treadmill, then I'm going to do this, then that, and just go in that motion. And then I'll feel better for going anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm in absolute fucking agony.
Yeah.
But that's what I've done. I was held accountable. I've held myself accountable. I've humbled myself. I've got back up, slapped a face on, and got on with it.
You're looking beautiful today. You're glowing.
Girl,
She's
I'm
glowing.
It's giving coming up to ovulation.
Woo!
Woo!
Here you go.
So, what's been happening with you the last week? What's
Nothing.
been going on?
Nothing. Just work. Been in here, been at the gym, seen my gym girls. My period came on Saturday. So Saturday was a mental day. Had a wedding in the morning, then finished off being in here. But see, by the time I'd finished, like that was my day one of my period, and I just felt like my whole body was collapsing. I just wanted to lie on that carpet in fetal position.
Yes.
But I waited till I got home.
Yes,
I know.
good girl.
Good
girl.
And then Sunday, done absolutely nothing. Good. Normally I either go like a walk or go to the gym on Sunday. Decided no, we're having proper rest day, and I lay in bed all day. But I was so sore. Like, see, even getting out of bed to go to the toilet, fuck me, man, that was agony.
Really bad.
I was so bad this time.
If you've not looked at our episode Mocha Minge, it's all about periods and endometriosis, which Sam has, so check that out.
Yep.
But I honestly don't blame you. Honestly, when you've got that horrible feeling, it's all across your back, it's down your legs.
Yeah. It was just like whole body inflammation is what I felt.
Yeah.
But I was alright a bit yesterday though. Okay. I've got the hot water bottle today. But yesterday, managed the gym, managed a lower session with the girls, and went a walk. And I felt good. I did feel a bit stronger, but I'm so fucking tired.
Yeah. It's just like that whole period drain and just feeling horrendous.
But I feel good today. I feel like it's stopping today now. Just a wee bit kind of
hence the hot water bottle.
Hence the hot water bottle. Also, I am cold. I'm like, heat me.
Freezing in here, so, it's freezing in
Might
here.
need one under there as well.
Cool, true. But this week's theme is actually brought to us from a girl that I used to go to school with. She had messaged in, she said she's listening to the podcast, she really likes it, so we really, really appreciate you. Shout out to you know who you are. And she wanted to talk about basically friendships and how they change, how they develop throughout the years. And it got me thinking about obviously my friendships in my life. My kind of first best friend was the street that I lived on. So we moved there when I was 4, and I made like best friends with her. You know who she is, but I'll not name names. We don't want to name names on this podcast. It's just stories.
Yeah.
But we were best friends like on the street from like basically since I was 4 until we went to high school. And then we naturally just kind of fell apart in that way, and then I had various different friendships. But this is the thing, I think when, as I've said before, I feel like I'm a particular flavour.
Yeah.
So I've like struggled to, I've went from like, not like friend to friend, that's not really fair. I would say I had like friendships in that year, and then you naturally grow apart, and then friendships in that year. And it wasn't until I got to, I think it was 3rd or 4th year, I think it was third year biology, where I met my best friend, and she was my best friend right up until our earlier mid-20s, and then we naturally grew apart. And then now I have obviously my best friend. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows who that is.
Amy, I'll name her name.
Queenie.
I'll name her name. Amy, and we've just been best friends for the last decade, and let me tell you, we have loved every version of who we've been, because we've been various different versions through the last decade. And don't get me wrong, there was times, a bit like sisters, you can be each other's throats at times, and you can feel like you're that away from being like, you know, because maybe I'm being like silly, or maybe she's being silly, and we're saying to each other, and then eventually, or it's a communication thing, because me and her are different, we're the same but different. She was always maybe a wee bit more kind of like, you know, strict with herself, and maybe a little bit harsh, and a little bit kind of like no, and not trusting.
Yeah.
And I was way too soft, agreeable.
People pleaser.
And through the years, she's softened, and I've hardened up a wee bit. And just
but that's natural,
and
though.
that's a natural progression. So that's how we're different. But through the years, there's been so many different versions. There've been so many different people that have came in and out of our lives individually.
But I think the people come in at the right time and leave at the right time. Like everyone serves a purpose in your life. Like they're there for, what is it? Oh my God. A lesson.
Yeah.
Then something to do with a season in that as well.
Oh, a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
That's it. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I completely and utterly agree with that. And I think you notice that when you look back, because it's not until like hindsight, like twit hindsight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That you actually see, wow, people either come in for a reason, season, or a lifetime, and they exit that way as well.
Yeah.
And some people are just lifers.
Yeah.
Some
you
people
find
have
your
just got a
people,
life sentence with me. And everybody's welcome, okay?
No, they're not, because you've got boundaries.
I've got boundaries now. Boundaries.
They're important.
Important. Let your boundaries. That's another video.
That's another video. So like that, I don't talk to anybody from like back then, like primary, and when I was like 4 years old, because when I was younger though, we moved a lot. Like we were never in the same
place long
enough. I mean, I think the longest when I was younger might have been 5 or 6 years in a house.
Ah, right, okay.
You know, I mean, it was alright.
As a kid, you would find that maybe a long period of time. But now, actually, it's quite
short.
Quick. Yeah.
Yeah. So don't get me wrong, like I have those people, you know what it's like you have them on like Facebook or whatever, and you can see what they're up to, but I don't keep in any communication like with any of them. Then high school, I met my bestest best friend. She knows who she is. Shout out to Kelly. Kelly! So that, I was second year in high school when I met her.
Oh, were you?
We met in math class, and her, I'm going to say what her chat up line was to me.
Oh yeah, how did she
the friendship chat up line. She was like, oh my God, you look so much like my cousin. I look fuck all like her cousin. She was so convinced. Honestly, she even brought in like her cousin's ID and everything. Was like, look, and I'm like, no.
Like, this bitch wants
if I do this,
me.
that's how I look like her. She absolutely asked it. She knew I had good patter, that's what it was. You know, from an early age I had it.
I mean, come on, it's only natural.
It's only natural.
So you guys have been
best friends ever
since then?
We've never had a falling out.
Wow.
Amazing, I know.
That's
2000.
That is amazing, by the way.
Oh my God, second year, 2003. How many years is that?
That's 22 years.
22 years, not one falling out. Even bickering, we've not even like
years.
bickered. It's just been like if I'm doing something that I know is like not right for me, she'll pull me up for it and be like, why are you doing that? And I'll do the same for her. We're holding each other, we've always held each other accountable.
Whereas I think me and Amy are a little bit like, because our personalities were quite passionate and hyper loving, but we're also defensive in our own individual way. She's defensive for a different way that I'm defensive with, so that when we did bicker or we did fall out, it was very passion filled because we love each other so much. But we had to like, I felt like I had to defend myself and she felt like she had to defend herself, and it's funny now because that doesn't happen anymore. It doesn't happen. There was a period in our friendship where that did happen, and it was a huge individually growth spurt for both of us. And now it's at a point where it's like that. But I think that's amazing.
It is.
That you and Kelly
we've always been like that.
Amazing.
She's honestly, since day one, probably been like another sister. I know. I can't cry, but watch me now.
Sisters are doing it for themselves. That's it.
But then, like that, I was in and out of kind of multiple friendship groups in high school. Obviously, I had Kelly there through it all, but yeah, they just didn't stick. But I think, like, you know what it's like when you're a teen anyway? You just hang about with people at that age because you just go to the same school. You don't necessarily have the same interests. You're just there.
No, we're just there. You're at lunch,
getting through it together.
Usually sitting next to them at lunch or sitting next to them in a class or something. Like, it's not really anything that's going to... It's a friend or an acquaintance rather than a close pal or like a best friend. Yeah, I totally get that.
I did have another girl though that I was really close to. I won't say names, but we were like sisters as well. So I always had Kelly there, but then this other girl, we were like joined at the hip.
Wow.
This was later on in high school. What, maybe about fourth year or something. But I mean, we used to always like stay over with each other. She was like another sister to me. Aww. We both went and done makeup as well.
Amazing.
I done it the year before she did. Yeah, but she then moved away. Like, she'll know who it is. Like, saying all this, everybody will know who it is anyway. But so she lives in London now, but she's doing fucking amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So funny, actually. She reached out to me last week.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. No, it was after her first episode of the podcast. She reached out and she was like, watched it, absolutely loved it. Basically, like, we really need to catch up. Yeah. So she's got a spare room down in London, so that's her. She's like,
a little
just
London
come
trip,
down.
baby.
And I'm like, oh yeah, of course I'll come down. Of course I will.
See, I love that. I love that. I love the kind of the time and the distance. This was something that the girl who'd recommended doing the friendships was talking about how like time and distance, no matter how much time goes past or how far away you are to each other, when you do get back together, there's something that it's almost just clicks into place, like no time's went past and you're just catching up naturally. Like, I've got a friend who I just love to bits. We're cut for the same cloth. She's going to know who it is. Love that cow. But we worked together in a salon and we just met. She was a barber. And she went our separate ways after the salon moved. She went a separate way and then I left that salon as well, but we've always kept in contact. But it'll be like, we'll maybe talk to each other maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks. Obviously she's getting on with her life, I'm getting on with my life, and we probably end up seeing each other like until like once every 6 months or something. So maybe twice a year we'll see each other. But as soon as we meet, we do like as soon as we see each other, we're doing a funny dance or make a funny face or like swearing at each other or just doing like daft wee voices, and we do not draw breath when we're together. Yeah. We're like that. Yeah. And actually after it, I'm like, oh my God, my throat, like I'm knackered, I need to sit in silence. But I just love her so much. No time goes past, no matter how far, nothing. And obviously you've got Instagram and Facebook and all that kind of stuff. You see the updates naturally, but Oh, honestly.
It's different though when you actually have a conversation and actually like hear it from,
Aye.
like, it's not a picture, do you know what I mean?
Aye,
Like,
exactly. Like actually seeing it, oh, I seen you went there, how was that? Like that,
Yeah.
for no jokes,
Yeah.
4 hours straight. But it's brilliant. It's like no times went past. And I think you get that with certain types of people.
That's what it'll be like with me in London girl.
London girl. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, that's exactly the way it'll be. But see, like, friendships though, as you get into being an adult. So when I joined the gym, that was 2 years ago now. Man, that's flew by. Like, wow. But my PT now, she is one of my friends, but then with her energy, she's attracted all the right girls to her. So we're all of the same like energy, you know. We're
the same vibe, you think the same.
We think the same, we're interested in the same things. And now I classify them as like my best friends, that group.
I love that.
Like, went to the villa obviously last year and going again.
Was that the one that you did the mood boards with?
Yeah, we went and done mood boards just before New Year, like planning out our 2025.
I love that. Absolutely love that. And you're going to a villa with
We're going to the villa again.
You went there last year, didn't you?
Yeah, so we done that last year. So we all done, we all had our fitness goals to reach for like a photo shoot at a villa in Alicante. I'm bulking right now. Still, I've been bulking forever, let's be honest.
I'm just trying to eat enough fucking food to grow this ass.
Me too.
Ass.
Yeah, so that's exactly what we're doing again. So 6 weeks tomorrow.
Oh my God.
6 weeks tomorrow.
Mate, that's going to fly past.
I know, cannot wait.
Yes.
So our group chat is on fire just now with outfits, bikinis. I think we're actually going to do like a night in Benidorm. I've never been. I really want to go.
Benny? It's like the Blackpool of Spain.
Yeah, I know.
Get fucked up. I love all of that. I love Blackpool. See when folk are like, oh my God, more like cesspool, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, listen. I spent the majority of my childhood going to my nan and my papa, my uncle, going to the pleasure beach. It's nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
I'm so defensive about Blackpool.
Calm down. Fuck, nobody even said that.
Feel myself.
Fucking go.
Someone's ovulating.
You can down.
No, but do a night in Benidorm.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter who you're with, it's who you're with. It doesn't matter. Cut that out. We're re-hanging.
No, that's staying in.
It doesn't matter where you're at, it's
who you're with.
I've done that before, by the way. I was talking about friendships to Amy one time, and I says, it's not about quality, it's about quantity. And she says, that's the other way around. That's what I mean. It's not about money.
You know exactly what I meant.
I was like, fuck's sake.
Speak.
I can't speak.
I know, but it's so funny though. See, if I didn't go and do that and go to the gym, which I done for obviously my endometriosis, I wouldn't have known those girls, and I wouldn't have like the life I've got right now. Yeah, these different opportunities. I wouldn't feel as healthy as how I'm feeling just now, albeit yes, I have my flare-ups and all that, but mentally they get me through it.
See,
they're there every day for me.
Are they like motivating and encouraging and uplifting?
Yep. So see, obviously last week I had my appointment, my private appointment at Ross Hall.
Yeah.
And as soon as I was out, they messaged me. They were like, right, tell me right now what happens. Like what is it we need to do? And then I was one of the girls. I'd said, oh, I think like if I do need surgery, it'll be later on, but it'll be more in depth. And she's like, don't worry, like I'll just get you a wheelchair and you can just come into the gym and you still watch us. And I'm like, oh yeah, thanks.
But that's cute though. See that like a group of women that's like got your back, talking about that type of friendship. The people that, you know, come into your life that you didn't expect to come in, especially a group.
Yeah.
You know, just individual lassies coming to the gym and all of a sudden having this lovely, lovely friendship, being motivating, being encouraging, building each other up. That's what we should be like.
That's what we should be like, yeah.
Like, why
would you stay in a friendship though?
Why tear each other down? I just don't get it. Life is hard enough. Be there for each other. Yep. And of course, you're going to get crackpots. And y'all need Jesus.
Go find Jesus.
Need Jesus. But, you know what I mean? You're going to get crackpots, right? And sometimes you can't help a crackpot, so you're just like, meh.
Sometimes they're good for entertainment, though. I could put a wee bit of drama. Just if I'm not in the drama.
Oh, aye, when you're watching it from afar.
Yeah.
Somebody's arguing on Facebook, you're like, I'm straight
I fucking love a Facebook argument.
What's happened? What's going on?
I screenshot the shout of that and that gets sent to my
But
pals.
see, all in all, just being kind to other women, lifting each other. I mean, we do hair and makeup.
Yeah.
So we're in the business of confidence. We're in the business of lifting women up anyway. That's how it should be. And I'm so glad you've got that group. And by the way, if you haven't checked out Sam's personal Instagram of when she went last year, you should, because there's some nice photos on there of her abs and her ass, you know.
We're aiming to have the ass bigger. We're nearly there, we're getting there.
Which it is, it's peachy, because again, every time she's in a nice pair of leggings, I'm like, turn around, girl. And
who done that?
That's not me being I'm not being a lesbian. I'm not being a lesbian.
She fancies me.
Building her up.
Build up that confidence.
Because there's one of the photos when you're in like a green bikini or something, and I'm like, let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
You're all lesbian.
And I'm thinking, Robert, don't follow Samantha. There's nothing on there for you.
Remove yourself. I
So
want
you've
my
not
abs better
checked it out, you should go check it out on Instagram, and it'll be even better in 6 weeks' time.
We'll give it maybe 8 weeks. So
See,
let
we're
the
lifting
edits
each
come
other
through.
up. That's what it's all about.
That's what
I'm
it's all
like,
about.
listen-
Should see some of the bikinis though I'm going to be getting. Oh.
I'm saying
That was the same thought I totally had.
I'm saying if you're gay.
You're more excited than this and that.
I'm buzzing. I can't wait.
Me too.
I'm on updates on your story.
Constant.
Updates for all the lassies that are there as well. Like,
I think what we're going to do this time is we're going to vlog it.
oh my god, do that.
I'm going to go in and
'Cause
do
that's
like
the
a
type
daily
of shit
vlog.
I watch. I love watching that
They're
sort
like,
of stuff.
morning guys, day in the life of Sam at the villa,
Oh my
day
God,
one.
Get ready with me.
Get ready with me. Don't know if I'm cut out for that life. I find that quite stressful.
I love all of that. I don't know if I could like get like one of the many tripod things and then like hold it
have
up
it, like-
and walk out in public. I don't know if I'm quite
I'm not there
ready
yet.
for that. I'm more of a like down, pretending on the phone, coming from this angle.
Everyone can see up your snot.
Which is like your mom and your auntie's angle in it when they take it for this. Come on, Sandra, get in. And they take it for this and then they're like, oh my god, I look terrible in that photo. I'm like, they won it.
Last night you done it. You were on the fucking pan.
Oh, alright. I thought I'm going to just share this just to Lassies, the fact we're on Spotify.
I have to do it
We're on
right
Spotify
now.
We're on Spotify now, everybody. So you can listen. But as I seen that obviously we'd put it up, and I thought, right now where I'm sat, I'm going to tell everybody about it, and just so happens I was on the toilet. But it's okay, it was a number 1, it wasn't a number 2.
Well, you were there for a while.
No ploppy wop. No ploppy wop for you guys, that's private.
That was in our close friends.
Close friends. Oh, I can read the podcast has dropped. Ploink.
Oh, mate. The anchor that was weighing me down.
I'm disgusted.
Yeah. I love how your brain works. I really do.
Again, this is waiting.
It has went everywhere.
That's
I'm going to
what
bring
makes
it back,
juicy.
right? Let's get back to the friendship bit here.
Let's circle back.
Let's circle back. We're going to circle back. But anyway, those friendships though that are just fucking draining, why keep them?
Mate,
People that are like energy vampires that see as soon as you start doing something, right, and you're like got the ball rolling, you're being like a bit successful, they've not bothered their fucking arse with you for how long, and then they come back and they're like, want to chum up? And like, oh, let's meet up and let's do this, let's do that.
there's one person in particular that I think of when I think about kind of starting to become friends, and then you realise this person just is there for me, right? They're for someone else, that's all right. Nothing against them at all. But at the time, and the person that I was at the time, I mean, I still wouldn't be pals with them now, but I'm just saying, I had met this lassie when I went to college, and she was in 11-erife.
She was what?
She was in 11-erife. Oh, I've been to 10-erife, well, 11-erife, you know what I mean?
Okay, I'm like, what's 11-erife?
She's like, oh, I went to, oh, I'm going to see this band on Saturday night. I went to see them when they first came out. I invented that band.
I hate people like that.
Oh, oh my God, I've just started having sex. I invented sex.
Of course you did, okay.
You're the best. You're the best, and no one else is
There's
better
a gold
than
star. Yeah, I hate people like that. They always have to turn it around on them, like.
And it just so happens we went a trip with the college, and the lecturers had paired us up because they assumed that we were close.
Oh, fuck.
Because she was there.
Aye.
And I was like, right, okay, it's fine. But then it got maybe out, because this was a 2-week trip, it might have got a week in, and I was like, no, my boundaries are being violated. I don't like it. I can't be bothered. But of course, everything was spun like I was a bad guy.
Obviously.
And for me, I'm like, what friendship? What friendship? Bye!
See ya.
And nothing against this lassie. I don't know who she is as a person now. She could be completely different. That's okay.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was like, no, that's not for me. So when it's something negative like that, whether it's annoying or whether someone's draining or whether someone's putting you down or like twisting your words or twisting your actions, listen, bye.
Aye, I've not got time for you.
Bye.
Just be honest up front. Just, if not.
But also, as I would say before, friendships in your 30s. I think it's harder to make friends in your 30s because sometimes, obviously, people are getting on with their individual lives. Usually, they're married and have children.
Yeah.
So with that, it's they've got their solid friendships that they had in their early 20s coming up when they get married, blah, blah, blah. Whereas if you're single or classed as single, you're not married yet, when you're going and doing things, I think sometimes it is a little bit harder to make friendships.
It's intimidating putting yourself out there.
Sports are different. I don't know why.
But see, if you take it back to like our last week's episode, where I was talking about, creating that list of like you go through all your things that you're interested in and score it off. That's where you meet your people. Because they're going to have this similar interests. That's where you meet your tribe, the people,
Absolutely. We have to book a pottery class.
You still into this pottery class?
We've got this idea, right, that we could go and start, because me and
We're
Sam
going to
have never
vlog
done
as
anything
well.
like that before, and we'll vlog it. And we'll do like
I was a master
videos.
pottery person, actually, when I was 6 years old.
She's a master.
Do you remember there was that place down the bottom of Wisha? And it was like a pottery place. Like, Mum used to drop us off and we'd make like plates and vases.
Why have I never went to this?
Well, it's not there anymore, but...
No, I know. But like, if we go into the town...
Aye.
Or even to that, there's a place where like you paint stuff and you get covered and then you splat it.
I think it's called Splatter.
Splat something.
Something,
right, okay, we go do that and then we could vlog it. Let us know what you think about that.
It was one of the girls, actually, one of the girls that watch the podcast told us to go do that, didn't she?
Because we need to, obviously, we go to work, you go to the gym. I'm not going to the gym. No, Sam, but I'm going to the gym. And we're doing our individual interests, but I think if we just start new things and kind of vlog it, I think that'll open a lot of opportunities and doors for us, as in for our lives.
So we do like a combined list?
Yeah, and then just build our confidence individually. So that might be a shout.
No, it's a shout.
To do
I'm excited to do that.
Yeah.
So we could start off doing it as like wee hobbies and stuff that we're going to try. Guaranteed you're going to meet new friends along the way, because we'll both get the gift of the gab.
And they're obviously going to wonder why we're filming ourselves doing this sort of stuff. But that opens up a lot of questions.
Yeah.
A lot of questions. Like right now I am in a bit of a... So I go through phases with watching things, and right now I'm watching like YouTube and stuff. But I've taken a bit of an interest to... He's like a diehard Rangers fan, right? And like I've always kind of liked watching Rangers, but I'm literally couldn't give a fuck about any other team, and I'm not interested in any other players or whatever. If Rangers are playing, I'll watch it and I'll get into it, but apart from that, I really don't give a fuck about football, right? I understand the game more, but I'm now in this phase of like watching kind of football vloggers go to like Ibrox for the first time, or go away to like a Rangers game or if it's the Europa League or whatever. And I don't know why, but I'm just going through this phase and now I'm watching it, and they interview people. They interview like Rangers fans and be like, what do you think the score is, and what do you think you could have done better? And obviously football's like a tactical game, it's very skillful, it's kind of like playing a game of chess really. It's quite interesting. I thought it was literally overpriced fannies like kicking a ball in a field. It's so much more than that, and it piqued my interest because I was like, wait, there's an actual formula to this.
There is, yeah.
And this is why guys are so into it, because they're very logically minded. But anyway, I'm watching these videos and it's sparking like a lot of like questions, like, oh, you're here, why are you here, like filming, like what's going on? And then like people are more likely to like
people
open
are
a
so
conversation, all that sort of stuff. So that's what I'm watching now. So if we're like, you know, going to these places, potty classes, or even if we go, like, I know your mini golf date was a disaster, we could even go mini golfing,
bring that trauma back up for me.
But like redo the memory, replace the memories,
let's replace
of your
that
traumatic
memory.
mini golf date. But we could go and even just vlog that and have fun. And like obviously people might be like, oh, they're filming blah blah blah, or just be like, come on guys, let's get in, and you know, just have a laugh with it.
I love how you're going where you're going with this. I love the flow of this. It's just getting more and more and more.
I'm just talking.
Before we know it, we're in Amsterdam or something.
Yay!
Let's try out the cafes. Oh my god,
we're not promoting drug use. So just talking about like bringing up how sometimes friendships can be hard work, and then that's when you eventually realise that they're not really your friend, you're just maybe friends due to habit. So I've got this friend, this is an actual legitimate story. She was in a kind of group chat with 3 other girls, so there's 4 of them all together. And I think they were just friends from like maybe late teens into their kind of early 20s. But obviously life is going in a different direction for all of them. And as they're growing, because sometimes you get pals that are drinking pals that you go out with, and that's what you have in common. And actually, if you take the drink away, or you take going out in any kind of capacity away, there's no relationship there. So I don't know if it was kind of like that situation, but all I know is there was a couple of girls in that group chat that were just being difficult, like, you know, and just being a bit bitchy and judgmental, and not actually really supportive, not actually being a good friend. And my friend ended up being like, you know what, no, left the group chat and hasn't spoken to, there was 2 girls in that chat that were really causing the issues, and she left, and her and the other girl, who are kind of similar minded, you know, they've still got a friendship, but there was...
Because they're on the same wavelength though, they've got
on the same wavelength, they also had the same opinion about the other 2 girls, like just being like, well, you're not a girl's girl, you know, you've not really got her back, you're too busy, you know.
I fucking hate people like that. I call them out on it.
Aye, like
see, as soon as I feel, even like bullying in adult years, like I fucking hate bullies.
Oh, bullies.
See, as soon as I sniff one, it's like I make a V-line.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to destroy you right now. Like, just with my words, I'm taking you down. Like, see if someone does something, like, for instance, me and you're together, and they'll say something that's very belittling to you, and you do not stand up for yourself.
Oh, no. Do you know what the funny thing is? I'm more likely to stand up for my friend than what I am for myself. But I'm getting slowly out of that. This is where the confidence building and going and do things that build your confidence comes from. But when someone puts someone else down in front of me, I just feel this fire in my chest, and I'm like, who the fuck are you? Do you think you're perfect? What about your stuff? You've got stuff too that makes you not perfect. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't try and put someone down because someone made a mistake, or you don't like what someone said. You know what I mean? So that was the kind of, that was a hard work for my friend. That was a really hard work friendship, and for a long time she would bring up these issues in the conversations that we were having, and obviously I just listened to her, and I said, you know, what do you think you're going to do? And she's like, oh, I'm not sure. And at the end of the day, that's her group of pals, that's her decision to make. It's not a case of, well, you need to get them out of your life.
No,
that's not really a friend either. No, when you think about it. So that was a hard work friendship, and then obviously they're not in in her life anymore, and she's as light as a feather now. You know, she doesn't need to worry. She doesn't need to, oh, I need to make an excuse to no go on this night out, and you know, all that stuff that kind of comes up with it.
Yeah, I'm beyond the point of making excuses now. If I don't want to go do something, I'll just be open and honest and just be like, guys, I've just not got the energy, I just can't do this tonight.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm still really close with all my friends, like my girl group from high school. Like, we've been friends for about 22 years, maybe more now. I know, about 22 years, is that right? And we're all still so close, the eight of us. And I was so quiet in the group chat for about 2 weeks there. Like, wasn't responding to anybody, reading everything, just not responding, to the point I was like, you are being a shit friend. Like, so I was starting to hold myself accountable for that. So I'm like, why are you not responding to, like, just basic chat? Like, they're taking the time to fill you in on what's going on with their life, and you're not responding. So I did, like, apologise. I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. My head's been up my own arse. Like, I was not okay at that point. My head was all over the place. I wasn't mentally not okay. But that obviously was to do with my pain management, and I was like out my face on pills. Which now, not the fun ones. Not the fun ones, unfortunately. Which now I feel a lot better, and my mind is so much more clearer. But yeah, I had to own up to my shit. And be like, I'm the bad friend right now because I wasn't, you know, being involved.
See, if you've got a group of girls that is willing to let you do that, oh, we noticed that you were quiet, like, are you okay, how you doing now? And then they show up for you in that capacity. Because sometimes when you're going through that, this is where you're going to this is where survival days from the, whatever episode it was that we were talking about it, if you're not in that, sometimes you just don't want to talk to anybody. Sometimes you just need to be by yourself, and that's all right. But when you come out of that little cave that you've put yourself in and be like, listen, sorry guys, I've just not been good, and then you're getting a group of women basically opening their arms to you and be like, what's going on, girl, talk to us, blah blah. That's true friendship. That's a community.
That's exactly what they've done.
Community. We need community. We need groups of women. Like, at the end of the day, if you think about us just as a species and how different the male and female genders are, females need each other. We need each other. Obviously men do as well, but in a different capacity. So having that's just great.
Like, we don't have everything in common, but the fact that we've grew up together and we've been through so much shit together, that's where our bond is. Like, but 100%. Like, so even if one of them went quiet, we do notice. We will check up on them, even if it's just privately, not in the group chat, because sometimes you don't want to talk to everybody at one time. You just want to be like one-on-one with someone. That's fine as well.
But also, like, if there's 8 of yous, that's 8 different lives. You know what I mean? Some are married, have children, some people have pets, they've got work. Like, there's so many things that they're juggling in their individual lives, that when someone is a wee bit more quiet, like, I'm like that with my best pal. If she's a wee bit more quiet, whatever she's going, obviously I know what she's going through at the time, but if she's a wee bit more quiet, I just send her like a little emoji, like a little love heart, or
you're thinking of her,
or hope you're okay, mate, you know, just so that she knows that I'm thinking about her, and that she's not alone. She's
that's
not
important.
Alone. Absolutely. There was it was coming up in my head just as we were talking there, as we're talking about friendships. I had I've got my best pal and like that group, and then I had like another group. And I met one of them through work for years ago. Years and years. I'm talking about a decade ago as well, actually. And through that, she met another girl who was in a different store for work. And then all of a sudden, this group began to like develop. And we were in our early to mid-20s, and we were like going out and stuff. We would like go out drinking and hang out with each other and do like wee Christmas nights and things like that. And we really did have a good friendship. But a few years ago, like, things just started to separate. We weren't talking to each other as much, and then there was 2 people in the group that broke up. I think it was probably like 70% lesbians, the group, to be honest with you. And 2 of them had broken up, and that caused a wave in the kind of group, and then someone else was brought in, and we basically just started to like drift apart. And sometimes I'll think about, I had a catch up with one of them like last year, And it was so, so nice to see her. But there's a part of me that's like still grieving that group.
Yeah.
Because essentially we were drinking pals. We have some of the best, funniest memories together. But we're just not in our early and mid-20s anymore.
No.
We're in our
Life, man.
mid-30s.
Yeah.
We're all kind of individually I mean, I'm pretty sure like a few of them still hang out, which is obviously absolutely fine, but there's a part of me that's still grieving that friendship. But sometimes where you're going, you can't take people with you.
No.
And that's all right as well, but I have to say, out of any girl that I've ever been pal with, including obviously the college lassie and stuff, anytime I think back on any of that, right now with who I am, I don't wish harm on any of them. I wish them the best lives, positive experiences, love, family, success, fulfilment. I wish all of that on every single one of those lassies that I've ever been pals with. Because see, at the end of the day, like, I think life is just so precious at times, and people come in and out your lives, whether it's a negative experience or not, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Just wish people the best.
Yeah.
You know, bless them and move on.
Karma's a real thing,
isn't
isn't it?
Exactly. And no matter what happens to, you know, those lassies, whether karma's, you know, played a part or whatever.
I mean,
it
good
doesn't
karma
matter
though,
to
you
me.
put out the good intentions for people, you're going to get the good back.
Exactly. Good vibes. Give out the good vibes to people, and I hope that, you know, everybody that I've been friends with is just having the best life. I really, really do. And it's a nice place to be because you feel more at peace, you feel rested within yourself. You know, you've not got that kind of anxiety provoking in your chest. Where you're
that kind of holding grudges against people. Like, grudges make you age faster, I'm convinced.
Grudges give you grey hair and wrinkles. I've not got time for that.
Nope.
I've not got time for that.
Nope. No,
but
thank you.
Friendships. And now we have a friendship due to this podcast.
So we knew each other. So we found a picture. I found a picture. You got your phone there. You can hold up the camera. So I found a picture of
my
us.
Nip just slipped. Mate, my nip just slipped.
You're going to views. Oh, my nip just slipped.
I'm not even joking. It was out. You're welcome. If you saw it, you're welcome. Elizabeth will put a little love heart over it when she's editing this.
Not that she didn't mean that. Anyway, this picture is from Megabar days. We are babies. 2011.
I didn't even know that this photo existed, by the way.
Good old Facebook memories.
It wasn't until,
Mega.
What year?
Fucking back, 2011.
2011. Didn't even know this picture fucking existed until Sam had sent it to me. And I remember this dress.
I remember that night. I think I was driving. I was a mum. Sophia was like 1.
Oh, Christ almighty.
I know.
Well, I was obviously pissed as a fart.
Yeah.
But I remember that dress. So we've known each other since then. And then you did a stint with a company who shall not be named.
Yeah.
And I decided that I wanted to get involved, which lasted about fucking 2 seconds.
Yeah, I patched that also because it ended up being, I think it was like a cult.
It's getting cult.
Did I join a cult? and
then you came on the team.
I came on the team because
And
Amy done my sister's wedding makeup.
Yes.
And we got to chatting and I was like, I'm going to get back into this.
Yeah. And now you're here and then obviously everything's kind of unfolded the way it has. But we've got a friendship.
Now we've developed a friendship. And
really
we're like, it feels so close. Like, see, so quickly. Like, we've bonded so fast. But I don't know if it's because we're really similar.
We're similar in ways. We're both Libras. And we've both kind of think alike in some things, I would say. And we're obviously both full of shite to be talking. So it's developed fast.
It has developed fast.
Because it started off as work and now this is really pleasure. This isn't work to us.
No, this is us having a
laugh.
laugh.
We love doing this, love it. So we've developed a friendship that way. So let's see what happens with this. It's and this is a friendship in our 30s, in our mid-30s.
Mid-30s. We found each other again.
We've reunited and it feels so motherfucking good.
We're going to end up developing a playlist because every week Nikki has a new song to sing.
I know, I don't want to get flagged up. Obviously, because I'm a gorgeous singer. Obviously.
I'm not joining in on this.
But yeah, guys, this episode was about friendships. It did do a wee bit of this, that, and the next thing, but hopefully when it comes back, when we're watching it back, it makes actual sense.
It will make sense.
But it's about friendships, it's about different friendships, it's about time and distance and all that kind of thing. You know what it's about, you've just watched it.
You just watched it.
You've just watched it.
I'm like,
Do I know what it's about? Do I?
She wasn't really here.
Do I know? I know I'm up here.
She checked out.
I'm in the ether, where I usually hang out.
Totally.
Wee, fun up here, wee.
Come back.
I know you're like lassoing me back to earth, and I'm like this. Hello, I'm back. So yes,
Oh, God.
anyway, Elizabeth will edit this in the correct way that makes bloody sense.
If you've got any ideas of another topic you want us to discuss,
What do you
fire
want
it
us to
over.
talk about? Fire it over. We just kind of open our mouths and let our bellies rumble on this podcast, which is just basically
That's what it is. It's real
conversations
women,
that we
real
have daily.
conversations. This is just it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Aye, so thank you
Anyway.
so much for tuning in again. All of our listeners who listen to us every single week, thank you so much for staying tuned and listening and supporting us. That's honestly the community of women that we want to build up. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys. So that's episode 6. It's a wrap on episode 6.
It's a wrap.
Bye.
Bye.